It is kicked off to another great week. The last day of October, October 31st, Halloween, if you celebrate the holiday. If not, just have a reason to celebrate, have fun, be with others. It doesn't have to be ugly, dirty, mean. Just enjoy life. Man, how enjoyable is that to have a day where we get to just eat candy, enjoy life, and enjoy the, I guess, fellowship of others. So I'm glad to be here. If you missed me last week, if you're a normal daily watcher, on Friday, I was playing landscaper. Really, I was blowing out the sprinklers where we live, and so I was doing that. So I was otherwise occupied, but I'm glad to be back here. Glad to be here. Good morning, and let's kick off and get going. For those of you that can join in, see the captions. Let's kick off and go. The first one is the greatest hindrance of leadership in our society. I'm reading this book right now. I think it's right here. I was not aptly prepared. I get to have a conversation with the author a little bit later today. It's called Becoming a Changemaker by Alex Budak. And there's a question that I posed myself and I'm going to ask Alex today. What does he see as the greatest hindrance in leadership in the nonprofit sector, the corporate sector, our governmental, or, I would say, yeah, government? Because I think it's a very interesting question as we look forward into life because we are in this leadership deficit. Obviously, that's what I discuss a lot about. That's where I have really spent a lot of time studying and growing myself to be a better leader because I realize the difference between being unhealthy as a leader and healthy. And I truly believe that our greatest hindrance right now today, if I look through different organizations and hear the different stories from people, there's just ego. It's the ego to think I have a better way, so everyone needs to follow my way. Instead of saying, hey, how can we cooperate? That's really the pinnacle of leadership, as I discussed last week with author Sue Dyer in her book, The Trusted Leader. And we talked about trust, and it's cooperation. It's not compromise, it's cooperation. Realizing that 1 + 1 doesn't have to equal 0 in a zero-sum game, or that 1 + 1 is simply 2. 1 + 1 could be infinity if we choose to cooperate. And the next thing I want to add in here, and again, with using the seed of becoming a change maker is kind of the foundation here, is do you actively seek change? It's a question that I believe all of us should be asking ourselves and thinking about and wondering, do I actively seek change, or do I try to stay away, build these walls, build these barriers around me so I don't have to change? I'm going to share this, jump into it right now and kind of mold these two together. The thought of the day that I have for you is the greatest obstacle we will face is ourselves, our mindset, and our mental makeup. Well, let me kind of take this on a little bit deeper and say that, there's barriers to our ability to lead. There's barriers to how we can interact and build a relationship with others. But the greatest obstacle we will face is ourselves, our mindset, and our mental makeup. It's this obstacle of ourself that's built up of many, many barriers. It's the walls that you put around you, the walls of insecurity, the walls of, insensitivity, the walls of inactivity, the walls of intensity. Those make up this obstacle to everything in life, leadership in life. It's ourself. And once we can start taking out those bricks of those walls, understanding why those barriers are there, those barriers, those impenetrable walls that take more to get through, because the obstacles are stuff, we can get through that. We can work on our mindset and our mental makeup. But that's the greatest obstacle we face in life. So if we appreciate that and understand it, makes it a little easier. It's not easy. As they say, it's simple, not easy. It's simple to comprehend that. I hope you got value from today's segment. Catch you next time. Hope you have a great rest.